iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics and engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams. Race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12 Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
Welcome in here, race fans, tonight to the Kansas Speedway here for the Colonial Clash Series here. It is the iRacing Lead Calculator 135 here from the Kansas Speedway. This track broke ground back in 1999. 23 years ago, that track was opened up. Of course, it has played host to a lot of great races with the NASCAR Cup Series, the NASCAR Xfinity Series, the Truck Series, and of course the ARCA Menard Series come here to this track. Tonight, though, we go virtual racing here with Colonial Clash Series, race number 3 of the season. When it comes down to the point standings, Brandon Metford has the points championship lead coming into the night. Will he have it when we head out of the Kansas Speedway? To bring you all the racing action here tonight, my name is Roger Muth. I'm glad to be here with you, filling in tonight for Dave in the Cave. He's currently on his way up here to our home studios here in Pennsylvania before he is headed to the Pocono International Raceway. So, well, you're stuck with me, race fans. But hey, it's going to be a great one because the Turn 3 Racing Network is powered by SimWrapsMarket.com. If you're in the market for a sim wrap, of course, head on over to SimWrapMarket.com today. With that being said, it is just about time to get to our starting lineup here tonight in the iRacing Lead Calculator 135. This is how they will line up here tonight for 90 laps the distance. This is your starting lineup for the Pro Cup Racing Experience starting lineup. Thomas Smalling in truck number 31 will roll from the pole here tonight. Is outside, driving out of the Mid-South, driving the number 7 truck here tonight. Cody Giles will start back there, P number 2. Starting in the second row to the inside, driving truck number 47, the Fort Worth Screen Printing Esports, number 47 of Dustin Franklin. Starting back in P number 4 here tonight, he will drive the Falcon Motorsports, number 46. This is Chris Medford. Back into P number 5, driving number 48 here tonight, the Fort Worth Esports entry. This is going to be Brandon Pamet. And back into the 6th starting spot here tonight, driving truck number 77. It's the 1776 Motorsports entry of Tyler Woodard. Back into the 7th starting spot here tonight, he drives number 43, the M&M Motorsports, Calvin Musser. Back into the 8th spot here tonight, out of the Falcon Motorsports, number 83, Brandon Metford will start into the 8th spot. Back into the 9th spot here tonight, it's the 1776 Motorsports, number 42 of Thad Fowler. And back into the 10th spot, he also drives for the 1776 Motorsports Stables. This truck, though, got the 41 on the side. That's John G. It's the G-Man here tonight. He'll start back into the 10th spot. Back into the 11th spot here tonight, driving truck number 23, Mark Parkhurst will start back there into the 11th spot. And how about Deep Racing? Number 55 of Nathan Eastep. He'll start back there into P number 12. That's your top 12 drivers here. Here's the rest of the field here tonight. Driving the number 62 out of the Mid-South, this is Brandon Pike. And back into the 14th spot, he drives the number 11 out of Indiana. This is Zachary Kleck. And driving, well, from just down the road, driving car number 4 here tonight, this will be Todd Kleck there in the number 4. Jim Oot back there in the number 65, the Oot Renovations entry. He will start from the 16th starting spot here tonight. And how about Old Rax? That's going to be Tyler Rax in the number 84. He'll go from the 17th starting spot, while Juan Jimenez back there in car number 22. He will start shotgun to the field here tonight for the iRacing League Calculator 135 here for the Colonial Clash Series. It is the third race of the season. We are ready to go racing. Your starting lineup has already been read off here tonight. And race fans, it is just about time to kick things off here. And it will be 90 laps. It's 90 laps of these tailgater Silverados, Fords, and one single Toyota out there. Juan's going to be driving that number 22. He's going to have to come from deep into the field here tonight. We will see how much Juan can move through the field with that Toyota, see what it can do against a lot of these, well, we're calling the domestic vehicles here tonight. I know exactly what you guys are thinking, Muth. Toyota's more domestic than Chevrolet and Ford. Well, you may be right, but what you're wrong on is that iRacing.com pace car ain't going to be out here very long, as you saw it make the way to the infield. We're ready. Here we go. Green flag is up here tonight at Kansas. Great start down there by the number 21, the pit boss, number 21 of Smalling, as he'll lead down into turn number 1. That 21 will lead down the back straightaway. He'll boot, scoot, and boogie that number 21, but he's still got Giles back there in truck number 7. Then it's the Dustin Franklin entry in the Fort Worth screen printing number 47. There's the U.S. Air Force. Contact back there. Oh, a big one. It's going to involve 4 cars at least here. 4 drivers. Kelvin Musser involved in this one. I believe that is the 43 of Kelvin Musser. Woodard also involved. He's back there in the entry to pit road. There you see the Woodard Automotive, number 77. He'll have to come to pit road. Unfortunately, here on lap number 1, we didn't quite get the lap officially green in the books here tonight. As there you see the number 77 slowly bringing that Chevrolet Silverado down pit road. He's going to have to take that back to Woodard Automotive, because that truck, the aerodynamics are going to be a little off. It's looking a little bit like a beer can crinkled up here. Let's watch. It's all going to start right here. There you see the 43 going to get tight underneath the 46, and nowhere for the 77 of Woodard to go. Nowhere, I believe. Was that the 41? That was the 41. John G. there. So the first caution flag of the evening flying here. On board with the number 41 here, you can see running the outside. John just not having anywhere to go. And the 77 also of Woodard, nowhere to go. Just wrapped up in the first caution flag of the evening. A lot of drivers lucky to go ahead and escape that one. There you see the 77 of Woodard. He is back out onto the speedway right now, so we'll see how his truck will handle here tonight. As you see the iRacing.com safety car out onto the speedway for the first official time. It has made its first official pace laps, that is. We, of course, did see it for the one pace lap here to get some heat in the motor, heat in the tires. Unfortunately, a 4-car incident down there. Going to bring out that first caution flag of the evening, but hey, we're just going to re-rack them. We're going to restack them. We're going to bring the green flag back out here tonight. Of course, we got to thank some of our sponsors while we do have time here under the first caution flag of the evening. We got to thank the fine folks over at the Pro Cup Racing Experience. Of course, being a big part here with the Colonial Clash Series. The Pro Cup Racing Experience provides an exciting opportunity to drive a real race car. That's right, race fans, a real race car that has competed in today's top stock car series. The fastest track on the circuit. These cars will take you around. If you would like to get behind the wheel, dial 855-6-PRO-CUP. We also got to thank the fine folks over at Woodard Automotive. Woodard Automotive services AC repairs, transmission services. Their goals are to give you the best expert auto repairs at an affordable price, conveniently located in Fredericksburg. Come by the shop at 18 Short Street or call today and schedule an appointment at Woodard Automotive. We also got to thank Goose Graphics out there. If you want something specialized on the iRacing.com platform, suits, helmets, maybe a nice skin for your truck, Goose Graphics has all your paints needs. Find them over on Facebook at Goose Graphics. Oot Renovations also coming on board here this season. They, of course, are awarding $5 to the hard charger of every race. They are a veteran-owned company for over the last 20 years, offering free estimates and house referral programs. They serve the central New York area and surrounding areas, so go ahead and look up our friends over at Oot Renovations for any of your projects at your house. And, of course, the iRacing League Calculator, and the app that helps the league admins do more with a bunch of custom options to fit your league. The iRacing Calculator can calculate your league standings and post them straight to the Discord in minutes. Instead of hours or days where you got to sit there calculating it out, the iRacing League Calculator does it all for you. We got to thank all the sponsors that make it possible here for the Colonial Clash Series, because if it wasn't for them, they wouldn't be here tonight. I wouldn't be here. You wouldn't have, well, I guess there is a good thing about it. You wouldn't have to listen to me for the next, call it at least an hour here. But hey, I'm here. You're listening. What's better than that? Right here on the iRacing.com simulator on the Turn 3 Racing Network, powered by SimWrapMarket.com. Lights are back out onto the iRacing.com pace car, so we're going around for at least another lap here. Allow everybody to really get bunched back up. We want to have a great race here tonight for all the race fans that are tuning in. Hey, if you're watching over on the Turn 3 Racing Network Facebook page, we thank you for tuning in. If you're over on our YouTube channel, go ahead, smash the thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and hit the bell. Get the notifications anytime the drivers here in the Colonial Clash Series go live racing for you. Or, well, if you just like some dirt racing, we have that here for you. If you like super speedway racing and like to go to the Daytona International Speedway or the Talladega Super Speedway, we have that all for you. You like twists and turns, road course racing, we have a little bit of everything here on the Turn 3 Racing Network to feed your adrenaline needs every day of the week. That's right. Friday, Saturday, we put Dave in the Cave back to work, and I get a couple nights off the air. Of course, we're going to take a couple nights off the air here because, well, most of the guys behind the scenes here at the Turn 3 Racing Network, we're going to be headed to the Pocono International Raceway. So, race fans, if you are headed out to the Pocono International Raceway, go ahead, drop us a DM over onto our Facebook page, or, well, you can always hit up Dave in the Cave or myself, Youth up here in the booth, and we can come track you down, find you. If you're at Pocono, well, how about this? You come find us, and we're going to have some goodies at the campsite for you. We will be parked down on the infield just outside of turn number 2, the old tunnel turn at Pocono. But hey, what do you say? Enough about that for the time being, because it's going to be Smalling and Giles back out onto the front row here, because the official iRacing.com pace car, you see it there on the left of your screen. The lights are out. That means we're ready to go back racing. It'll be 6 laps officially completed here after our first caution flag of the evening, involving 4 trucks here tonight. There goes the iRacing.com pace car, and we are ready this time to go green at the line. Green flag back in the air here at Kansas. Up through the old 4-speed gearboxes. A couple of these drivers, your top 8, not coming to pit road under that caution flag. Everybody else came down for some fuel at least. Couple drivers also taking the time to get some damage done. Down the back straightaway they come here once again, and it will be Thomas Smalling out front here leading the way. A little bit of a block. He has to defend the inside lane because Franklin in the Fort Worth screen printing number 47, working down to the bottom side of the speedway. You see the pit boss entry 21 going to slide up, pack the air on the nose of that number 7 of Cody Giles. Also one driver right there, that was Brandon in the number 48. He was a little bit of sideways out of turn number 4 last time. See these trucks trying to work the outside. The inside will work for a while here tonight at Kansas, but it will start to migrate its way to the top side, and we might see a bottom side later on this one. But we're going to have to wait to see how this all starts to pan out. There you see that 47 now starting to fade backwards. There is the number 42. Thad Failer there in the iRacing League Calculator. I just wanted to call it the iRacing Calculator, but it is definitely the iRacing League Calculator. Giles trying to work over the race leader, though he dodged low and had to dive high because, well, that pit boss number 21 of Smalling still leading the way here. Right on board with the iRacing League Calculator onboard camera here with your leader out of Northport, New York. See, everybody's still bobbing and weaving back there. They are stacked up, jammed up, jelly tight right around. Well, it was that about the Calvin Musser entry. There you saw him. He was in the first wreck of the evening, and he's already worked his way back up inside the top 10. He's going for what would be the 7th position if you can get around the number 42 of Brandon Pike. But right now he'll duck back in line because here comes Brandon Metford. Zoe's place. Number 83 of Metford, one of the fast drivers. That's usually out onto the speedway. Anytime you see the 83 out onto the track, you know he's going to be a threat. We told you about the only Toyota that's out there into the field tonight. There is Juan. He is moving up. Driver out of Santo Domingo is moving up through the field. Smalling still out front here tonight. That has not changed at the front of the field. There you see the pit boss Chevrolet. He has led all 10 laps so far that have been completed here tonight at the Kansas Speedway. He is looking to put lap number 11 in the books. Everybody's pretty much minding their P's and Q's. One truck that time at the line out of line, and that was going to be the Juan. Number 22 entry. Right now, it looks like 6 Chevrolets, a Ford in 7th. 2 more Chevrolets, a Ford in the 10th position, and Juan trying to break into the top 10 because right there's Todd Kleck. He's working the outside. The Farm World C4 entry is the driver that is up there. Working the outside with that Ford F-150 still holding strong onto the outside, but Juan's been very quick. He is the biggest mover so far of the race, but one driver that's currently looking to take a spot back, that's the G-Man, number 41. John G to the outside with the 41. There's also Tyler Rex back here. Parkhurst down to the inside in that number 23, the bakery. That's the BJ's entry. Swallowing a lead, another one at the line. The top 2 have not changed hands here tonight. It has been Smalling and Giles out front here. Failer is still sitting there in the iRacing League Calculator. Goose Graphics entry. Still just sitting back there into the 6th spot. He has moved up, he's in the 3rd spot. He's moved up 6. I can almost read the timing and scoring when I look at it, instead of just trying to use my fingers. It's fancy. It tells me that, and I still butcher it. E-Step back there paddling. There you see the Circle B diecast, number 55 of Nathan E-Step. He's on the outside. Down to the inside, well, that is going to be the 77, Tyler Woodard, in the Woodard Automotive entry. He got caught up in that unfortunate wreck. He was a little bit down on power, it seemed, down into our practice session a little bit earlier on. He said he was flat to the floor and just couldn't go anywhere. Well, unfortunately gets wrapped up in that wreck. He did use his fast repair here tonight, so he is down a fast repair, doesn't have another one in the pocketbook if something were to happen, so he has to be mindful and find his P's and Q's out there. Gotta behave out there. These 2 drivers side by side. That's the number 84 of Tyler Rex. Down to the inside, you see Rex there. Fort Worth screen printing on the side of that truck. One driver up into the wall. That's the number 41. John G. Gonna put the Gyrotech. Oh, Woodard gonna make a little contact there as he came by in the number 77. As he made the little contact, everybody's gonna be A-okay, and they will keep on rolling here tonight. Leaders working down the back straightaway there you see from our tower camera. Giles was able to close right onto the back of the number 21, but was not able to go anywhere. Oh! Brandon in the 48. You see the U.S. Air Force entry was a little bit slow on the outside there. That's because he was high, wide, and handsome riding the outside, and he just overstepped it just a little bit and got the right side of that Silverado up against the outside wall. It's going to kill his momentum. He's going to go all the way back to the 6th, possibly 7th spot. Juan down to the inside with that Toyota. He's trying to make it work. Look at Metford back there. He's trying to also get around Musser for the time. But right now the battle is right here for that 6th position. For the 6th position here as the 22 dives down to the inside. Maybe slide up on corner exit, pack the air on the nose, and that's exactly what he does. He's going to force the 48 of Brandon to look back to the outside. Brandon may be able to get the nose there if he rides it wide open into turn number 1. It looks like he saw the fireball out of the right side exhaust pipes. He did not, so it will be Juan picking up his 12th position now. He is the biggest mover and shaker at the dance, but Metford is coming. As always, place number 83, slow and steady, is what wins the race if you can keep the pace. One driver slow out of turn number 4. That'll be the number 11, Zachary Kleck, in number 11, the all chromed out orange rim car. I think he got into the turn 4 retaining wall with the right front of that Silverado. What a snazzy paint job he's got there. It's all chromed out. I can almost see my bald reflection in the quarter panels of that number 11. Awfully shiny. I thought my head was shiny. That car is shiny. That's what caught my eye. Nothing at all has changed the top 2. So here tonight, the Colonial Clash Series putting on a good show for us here. Of course, Dave in the Cave told us this is one of his favorite leagues that he does here on the Turn 3 Racing Network every Wednesday night. You can catch it live here for these drivers with the Colonial Clash Series. They just finished up a Super Speedway Series over the offseason, and this is the 3rd race of the season for them. We talked about the point standings coming into the night, and of course those point standings did have Brandon Metford as the top spot. And just behind him was Cody Giles. Mark Parkhurst was 3rd overall coming into the night in your points championship standings. So right now Smalling, though, who when he looks up onto the point standings, well, he's outside the top 18, it looks right now. But plenty of races left. Actually, I lied to you on the point standings, race fans. It's Brandon Metford as the points leader, Chris Metford, and then it's Mark Parkhurst. I can find it. John Garrett, who would be the next driver in the point standings, he's not here tonight. Well, why is that, race fans? That's because not only is Dave in the Cave on the way to Pocono International Raceway, myself, Mute here, I'll be on the way to the Pocono International Raceway, and so will the driver of the number 66, John Garrett, will be racing in Friday night's ARCA race. He races right here with the Colonial Clash Series. He'll be making, well, I believe I saw it's his 3rd start ever with the ARCA Series, so good luck to John. We hope to actually catch a word with him up there at Pocono. But right now, it's all about these drivers that you're seeing here on the Speedway. That number 7 still hounding the back bumper of that number 21. They have started to now pull away as there's a battle. Look at who's working the inside lane here still tonight. That number 22 has picked up 13 spots, and every pass he has made has been on the inside lane. That Toyota has something special up underneath that setup here tonight, because it is making passes left and right and handing out L's right now. He's going to put Franklin back there, and Metford going to come down to the inside here on the Fort Worth screen printing entry. Zoe's Place, Race for Riley entry here tonight. So that will bump the number 47 of Dustin Franklin down 4 spots from where he started in the number 47 truck. Driver out of Greenville, South Carolina. Not far from Dave in the Cave. For the 43, though, Kelvin Musser who was wrapped up in the first wreck of the evening on lap number 1 in turns number 3 and 4. He has already worked his way back inside the top 10. He has kind of stalled out right now. He came out like a rocket ship after that first caution flag when he was able to go back down, pull out the backup truck, and came back out here now. He is currently sitting into the 9th spot here. So with him in 9th, that puts Parkhurst back there into the 10th spot. Then it's Tyler Rex just outside the top 10. Nathan Estep's right there in the 55 entry. That's your top 12. James Oot is back here. See him in truck number 65. He's running currently into the 13th spot. Down 8 spots. He was the driver. It's the Woodard Automotive number 77 of Tyler Woodard. He was wrapped up in that first wreck of the evening, so he is down a little bit right now. Still trying to rebound, still early, not quite to the halfway point here tonight. We're working lap number 28, and I expect these trucks possibly here tonight be able to make 35 laps, I do believe, on fuel, possibly, maybe push it to the 40 marker. We'll have to wait and see how good of fuel mileage these trucks are getting. Right now, it's 3 Chevrolets, a Ford, a Chevrolet, and a Toyota, as Metford, that's Brandon Metford, was able to get around one. Jamirez, as you see, Juan back there into the 6th spot now. So Brandon finding some speed here in the late going. He's going to try to get to the outside here on Brandon Pike. And the outside does seem like a very fast way around, as pit stops may be happening. As one driver to pit road, there you see the Farm World C4 entry down pit road. Todd Kleck will go ahead there, drop the jack. He will be out 24 seconds in his pit stall, so that is a very slow stop. Here comes the race leader to pit road, though. Thomas Smalling will bring the pit boss, number 21, down pit road. So as that 21 comes to pit road here, when will everybody else come to pit road? Usually when the leader comes to pit road, everybody else starts to come also. There you see Thad Failer. It looks like he will now bring his truck to pit road. Thad's coming, and I believe that is the 7 of Cody Giles. Oh, he's going to lock it up. Cody locks it up, but was able to hold it strong, so he continues. So that's going to bring a handful of drivers to pit road here. That'll turn things over to lead that lap. Metford will be the 3rd race leader of the evening. And now it looks like Metford will come to pit road, so Juan will take over the race lead. He is the 4th race leader of the evening. The driver out of San Domingo will now take over the top spot here tonight in our 90-lap race here tonight at Kansas for the iRacing League Calculator 135, presented by the Colonial Clash Series. So in the midst of our first round of green flag pit stops, so these drivers not going to be able to make it from here on out. 32 laps right now is as far as these drivers have stretched it so far. Could possibly get another lap or two, because there are some drivers that are out there onto the track, like Juan in truck number 22, and he's not done. He's going to continue out there. So between 30 laps here was the first truck, I believe, that came to pit road. 27, actually, if you count Todd Kleck, maybe coming to pit road a little bit early, trying to see if he can getting a couple spots. Here comes Oot. He will come to pit road. So Oot bringing the number 65 down, the driver out of Catico, New York. So as he comes to pit road, Chris Metford also with the number 46. See the RileysChildren's.org entry, number 46, a little beat up on the right-hand side. He should be able to use his fast repair if he would like to. Let's see, does it buff out? He does. He'll take the fast repair. So Chris Metford will use his fast repair here tonight. Looks like, well, here's the reason Juan did not come to pit road yet. He pitted back on lap number 2, but look at the C4 entry of Todd Kleck. Look how fast this Ford is going to come blowing the doors off this Toyota. I know the doors didn't come off, but hey, made you look at the screen, didn't I? Juan coming to pit road here. He'll come in hot, aggressive, sideways for the 22. Juan will get it under control. Oh, the 55, Nathan Estep. Driver out of Buffalo, New York. Having, well, he likes to go sideways a little bit. Sure, he likes the twists and turns up there, not far from Watkins Glen. He's actually probably just as far as we are here from our Pennsylvania studios. So, those are the final 3 drivers coming to pit road. This should all cycle things back out. That driver right there, the number 21, the pit boss entry, he should be the race leader once this all cycles back through. We'll wait to see how it looks, and right there it is. Smalling on the pylon on the left-hand side of the screen, back to the race lead. We'll wait a lap or two to see where this all cycles back out. There's the second place truck right now, and we'll see how that all breaks down. Right on board with Goose Graphics onboard camera here, riding aboard Cody Giles. This is back there into the second spot. Loot Renovations onboard camera with Thad Failer. Back here running into the third spot. A couple lap cars out in front of that number 42 right now. So as everything cycles through, let's walk you through your top spots here tonight in the top 10. Well, right now he is first, and he has a fast hot rod, and he is out by a 2.2 second race lead. Northport's New York Thomas Smalling currently leading here on lap number 37 after the first green flag pit cycle. Back there in P number 2, he's been running P number 2 all night long. Qualified P2, ran P2, still running P2 after the green flag pit cycle. Cody Giles back there in P number 2. The third spot, though, that's going to be the number 42. There you see the driver of the We the People entry. Well, Thad Failer, he's been having a solid run. Picked up 6 spots since the drop of the green flag here tonight at Kansas. No complaints over radio for Thad Failer. He says, just give me some fresh air on the nose of the Silverado, and we're going to make this old girl dance here tonight. Sitting just behind him, having a good run also, was picked up 4 spots, started back in 8th, running 4th now. No comments over the radio. Just put brand new tires on, and I'll show you how to go to the front. The 83 of Metford is sitting there into the 4th spot. Just behind him, he's been running inside the top 5 since, well, lap number 4. That's going to be the number 62 of Brandon Pike. Absolutely silent on the radio, but look who's to the inside here. There's the 22. He said no adjustments. Just drop the jack so we can go. And hey, this Toyota, it is a rocket ship here tonight. Jimenez right now is sitting up 13 spots inside the top 5. So that'll put Pike now back to 6th. 7th, there you see the U.S. Air Force entry out of Long Island, New York. Brandon driving the 48. He's been silent, nothing, no changes. He's just having a solid run right now, 7th spot. Musser, after rebounding here, has now worked himself into the 8th spot. He was running 9th before the green flag pit cycle started. Now he's picked up 1 spot off after the pit stop. Musser up there into the 9th spot. Right behind him, the Circle B diecast entry. Driver out of Buffalo. That is Nathan Estep. Up 3 spots. Started outside the top 10. Worked his way into the green flag. Laps up inside the top 10. And currently still runs into the 9th spot. One driver that hasn't really made too many big moves here. He drives the number 23, the BJ's entry, out of New Hampshire. That's Mark Parkhurst. Parkhurst has only picked up 1 spot here tonight. He's running just inside the top 10 as he is the 10th place driver. But he's got company from someone behind him, and that's the Woodard Automotive, number 77 of Tyler Woodard. Woodard started to really claw back into where he started this event tonight. He's down 5 spots outside the top 10. He is sitting currently running in 11th. So Woodard starting to work his way back up. So that's how the top 10, and we'll give you a bonus of 11th as we close in on halfway. There's your race leader. Smalling still out front here tonight. We'll be 2 laps away from halfway home in this one. We have had 1 caution flag here tonight for these drivers in the iRacing calculator. 135 here for the Colonial Clash Series. That came lap number 1, turn number 3, where 4 trucks unfortunately getting wrapped up and slamming the outside wall. Since then, we've been green. We've seen some rubbing. The rubbing is racing, and it has been clean. So there you see the 21. He's working the outside. That seems to be where all these drivers really want to run. It's the fast way around once the tires wear out. Unless you're the 22, then you're like Superman out there. Because he got around Brandon Metford now. So the 22. Jimenez is up there into the 4 spot. 14 spots gained for the 22. He was a late entry also here into the Kansas Speedway tonight. And I don't know what he's got up underneath that Toyota. It's probably a Chevrolet power plant, race fans. I mean, I wouldn't blame him. I'm an LS fan myself. Metford trying the outside lane, see if he can carry some momentum. Right on board with the renovations. On-board camera with the 83 of Brandon Metford. Hear him have to lift just a little, just a slight, just a burp, and then it was right back hammer into this. He is trying everything he can to catch that number 22. Nothing back behind him, has about an 0.8 of a second gap over Habitat back there in the number 48. That's a good run. A couple drivers do find themselves trapped a lap down after the green flag pit cycle. There is the driver that is the first driver that is 1 lap down here at the halfway point, and it's Greenville, South Carolina's own Dustin Franklin in the Fort Worth number 47. He is currently sitting back into the 14th spot. He is the first driver 1 lap down. So if there was a caution flag, he'd be in the lucky dog spot. That's exactly what he's saying right now, is there is a shoe booty in turn number 1. If you don't know what a shoe booty is, it's the thing that goes on the driver's shoe. I think I saw him throw it out there. It came out the window net on the driver's side. I mean, hey, I'm not trying to point fingers, but needs a caution flag. You got to do everything you can to get that caution flag, but you don't want to be the caution flag, because if you're the caution flag, you don't get the lucky dog, unfortunately. These drivers battling just right now on the lead lap. It's the James Oot entry in the number 65, and Chris Metford. There you see him down on the inside. He's got the inside advantage here into turn number 3. It's the shorter distance, but will it be the faster way around for Chris Metford? And it will be, because he will clear the number 65 that time. As one driver to pit road with heavy right side damage. Brandon Pike coming to pit road here. I don't think this is a scheduled stop here for the 62, but it could be, because they might have a tire rub on the right-hand side. He'll use a fast repair here tonight, and it does look like they will put tires on the number 62, possibly. No, they will not. Gas and go for the 62, so he'll keep the same tires. I thought I saw tires up on the wall, but actually they said, well, if we're going to use the fast repair, pull the backup car out. It is A-OK. Let's go back out onto the track. We talked about how Smalling had about a 2.5-second race lead over Giles. Well, that has evaporated. Look up there as we ride on board with our Pro Cup Racing onboard camera with Cody Giles. That's a lap truck. That's the 47 of Dustin Franklin in front of Giles. And then that is Smalling. That is up there in the number 21. So that gap that was 2.5 is now down to just 1 second flat between your race leaders. See everybody coming down the back straightaway. That was the C4 entry, getting passed up by the number 42. Failer, that's Thad Failer, that's sitting currently in P number 3. So Failer getting around that lap car. That's Todd Kleck in the C4 entry, pitted back on lap number 27. He was the first driver to come to pit road, which was a little bit early. Of course, our race leader did come down 2 laps later than so. The C4 dragging everybody back to pit road for the first time. A couple of these drivers actually coming down pit road under that first caution flag, but it's the first green flag stop we have seen here tonight. We do expect a couple drivers. Oh, yellow flag. Yellow flag is out. Yellow flag here on lap number 52. Possibly Nathan Estep having some problems here to bring the caution flag out. We'll find out what the caution flag is for here, but it is the second time we will see the iRacing.com safety car onto the speedway here tonight at the Kansas Speedway for the iRacing Lead Calculator 135 for the Colonial Clash Series. Let's see if we can find out what happened here. As just got passed up by Metford, and the caution flag's just flying here, so maybe a quick, re-rack them, restack them style caution flag. Nothing wrong with that. It's going to give these drivers time to come down pit road. So as they come down pit road for 4 tires and fuel, we'll take a quick break here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, and we'll be back here with the Colonial Clash Series right here from the Kansas Speedway.
iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics and engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams. Race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12 Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Welcome back to Kansas Race Fans. As you see on our Giro Tech Machine Solutions support camera all around the raceway here on the wall. Is it going to indicate that the iRacing.com pace car lights are off? That means this time by, we're going to drop the hammer once again. We'll drop the hammer. It'll be 55 laps officially completed here tonight at the Kansas Speedway in the iRacing League Calculator 135 for the Colonial Clash Series, race number 3 of the season. Going back to green. Great start there by Smalling. Not such a great start by Juan on the outside. Juan going to drop back into P number 3 right now. Parkhurst trying to get that number 23 up and going. It was a 2-tire stop for a lot of these drivers here tonight. So a lot of these drivers going to fill up and put the 2 tires on and hope it works as the BJ's number 23 down to the inside. Thad Phelan rocking the outside right now. And look at Nathan Eastep. He picked up a bunch of spots under that caution flag coming to pit road. Pass for that second spot. Juan to the outside here, trying to get around Brandon Metford. Those were the 2 drivers that have been slicing and dicing their way through the field here tonight, trying to get to the top spot, and now they're here. They have Smalling in sight. Smalling had a big gap. One driver going to scrape the outside wall there. I think that was the Woodard Automotive of Tyler Woodard. Battle for the race lead, though, now is heated up. There he comes. The driver out of Santo Domingo will now pick up the top spot. 17 spots gained here, and the race lead under green flag circumstances as the second lap completed. Back to the green flag racing that we all like here tonight. So now Juan is out front. Thomas Smalling is running in second. Thad Phelan is sitting there into the 3rd spot as he's now trying to get underneath Smalling. What does Smalling have as he has been out front in the clean air all night long with that Silverado? Look at the 42. Phelan gonna really dig down deep and use the bottom. He'll slide up. New race leader again, the 42. Thad Phelan taking the fourth screen printing number 42. To the front, that's the iRacing League calculator, Goose Graphics. He's got a bunch of them on the side of that, number 42. So Thad now to the point. Juan back to second. Smalling back there third, or is he? Because here comes Metford. Metford gonna sail to Zoe's place. Entry off in the corner. Smalling is sliding backwards here. Did he put 2 tires on, or did he just take fuel is gonna be the question here tonight. And that question is because he had such a dominating number 21 here in the opening going of this one. But now, next time by, we'll see 30 laps to go, and he is fading. How about the number 7 of Cody Giles? Remember, he was running second all night long until he came down pit road 20 seconds into his pit stall, put him way behind, but they put 4 tires on. He's able to go down to the bottom side and dig all night. G-Man also down there. John a couple laps down in the number 41. He's trying to work back onto the lead lap. Currently, he has 2 laps. Oh, man. John's a Busch beer drinker, race fans. John, you need to come to Pocono. I got plenty of it packed in the cooler in the truck, ready to go. 3 wide racing, though, here. They're going to put the 23 of Parkhurst to the outside. He was to the outside. Brandon went right through the middle as Giles was down on the bottom side. Well, that's because, well, these drivers, their trucks, some of them took 2 tires, some of them took no tires, some of them put 4 tires on and said, I'm going to town. So, I mean, there are so many different strategies going on right now with 30 laps to go. The fuel window will open here in a couple of laps for these drivers if they want to come to pit road and put fuel in the trucks. They will be able to make it the rest of the way. There you see the number 48 Habitat right now on the attack here as he is up to 4th. And I don't think he's done. He's got those fresh tires. Of course, the 47 of Dustin Franklin down on the bottom side. He's making it work. He spent 42 seconds, it's telling me, down in the pit. I think somebody's stopwatch either needs to get calculated or that team needs to be faster. So right now, Franklin up into 4th. We'll see if he can continue to climb his way. Brandon going to latch right onto the back tailgate of that Silverado. Then you got Nathan Eastep back here trying to get around the number 21. But there's the battle. There's the 47. Down to the inside. Franklin. Slide up. Can he get the hole? The hole was there. It closed now. Here comes the 48 to the outside. Franklin goes to the bottom as Metford uses the top side. And as Metford had to lift that Silverado to turn like a dump truck. Right on by. Those 4 tires just went of Dustin Franklin. But man, your race leader right now, Baylor, he's got a 2.5 second race lead. You can tell he put tires on that Silverado. I know. Gee, Muth, how did you know that one? Just by looking at the scoreboard. .25 to go at the line, this time by Thad Failer, leading this race here. So as your race leader works down the back straightaway, this battle still rages on. Brandon, it's the Brandon and Brandon. How did I not realize that both their names were Brandon, and they're running 4th and 5th here tonight? Metford down on the bottom, and, well, oh boy. It's going to get tied up to the outside. Something happened as the 77 of Woodard coming to pit road here. You see him very slow coming to pit road. I'm being told he's going to pit here. So with 24 to go, the pit window open for the 77 of Tyler Woodard in the Woodard Automotive entry. B&B's back here. Both B's are buzzing around still, close to each other. More drivers coming to pit road. Calvin Musser in the number 43 will pit here with 23 to go. Hey, the U.S. Air Force just flew right on by the Zoe's place, number 83, to pick up that spot. Now, what does the 83 of Metford have? Can he rally back in? Our renovation onboard camera with the Zoe's Place entry of Metford. You heard him, he kind of goosed it up just a little bit. Try to get back to the bumper. Parkhurst and Pike to pit road as we watch this battle still. Look how close that 83 is going to get. He got close, didn't make any contact, was able to keep it off him. But look at this jammed up jelly type back here. Zach Klett back here. There is the 55 of E-Step is back here. The 7 has faded of Giles. He is back here. There's the 46 of Metford. That's Chris Metford back here. Brandon Pike coming back out of pit road after his time, and he was very slow in his pit stall. Not sure what happened there. 29.5 second pit stop for the number 62 of Brandon Pike. With a pit stop like that, if this stays green, I think that's going to knock him out of contention here tonight for the win at Kansas. James Oot coming to pit road. There you see that 65. The Gun Skins entry out of New York. He'll come to pit road. It's an intimidating photo there, James. I like it. So James will come to pit road here with 19 to go. He'll give up his top 10 spot. And now here comes Juan in the number 22. Sideways for that Toyota. He locked it up. It went sideways. He had to corral it. That Toyota trying to make a name for itself here tonight because he is the only Toyota driver through the field. Got the rear brake dialed in, that number 22. He'll coast to a stop. See, the right side tires are going on the number 22. Let's see if they come around here and put the left side tires on. They will jack up the left-hand side, so Juan will take 4 tires here, and he is back out onto the racetrack. Failer is the race leader, though he does put the number 22 a lap down, so right now just 8 trucks remaining on the lead lap. That's all going to cycle through here in the next 10 laps. You'll see drivers on and off pit road. Some of these drivers are going to try and stretch it. Some of these drivers are going to short pit it. And while some of these drivers, you guessed it, if they're not going long and they're not stopping short, they're going to try and hit that sweet spot of where they think the tires are going to last them all the way to the end of this one. They will make sure they have enough fuel in these truckers here tonight to go all the way. Oh, one driver into the wall. That's the 21. That was the 21 of Thomas Smalling. 3 wide. They're going to put Smalling in the middle. E-Step to the outside. Metford down to the bottom side. Oh, boy. Smalling going to get back to the top side. But look at that 23. Kelvin Musser. Bobbing, weaving, diving, jumping, rolling. The old boy is making it work here tonight. And the side draft at 55, the Circle B diecast, Fort Worth screen printing number 55 there of E-Step. They're not battling for position either, race fans. They're in the midst of that green flag pit cycle. So that means some of these trucks do have fresher tires. Like Musser, he does have fresher tires than E-Step. E-Step came down on lap number 52. Musser came down on 67. So there is a difference in the tire wear on these trucks right now. That's why you see some of these drivers being very fast and some of these drivers trying to really hang on to them. The 48 coming to pit road now. And also, here comes the 47. So 2 Silverados coming to pit road. Scheduled stop for both. 15 to go. Everything is going to get really tight here. Really interesting at the end of this one. Fuel mileage playing a big factor here tonight for the drivers of the Colonial Clash Series here tonight for the iRacing League Calculator 135. It was 90 laps scheduled when we only got 14 laps to go here tonight. 14 laps around this mile-and-a-half speedway, and the bank is open because here comes Brandon Metford, Chris Metford, and E-Step is all on pit road. The G-Man of John G is down on pit road also. Say John G fast enough, and that one sounds funny. There you see the 65 of James Oot getting a lap back for himself. That'll put him 1 lap down, running into the 12th position currently. So he's running 12th with 13 laps to go. Thad Failer pitted back on lap number 52. So if he was to run it out all the way on fuel here tonight, he would be 3 laps short. Now, of course, they got to take into consideration that we were under the caution flag when he pitted. And I'm looking at his lap times. He's actually turning some very fast lap times. So he's not out there trying to save those laps. He is going for gold here tonight. That iRacing League Calculator number 42. He's going for broke. All these drivers very close. Waiting to see if any of these drivers come down pit road here. Some of them did, actually. The 43 of Musser came down pit road on lap number 67, and it was a fuel-only stop for Calvin Musser. So that puts Calvin right now running in 5th. Juan is right ahead of him. He pitted, and he actually put tires on. Juan did just 2 laps ago get around that Musser machine. And when he got around him, he put, an already 1 second deficit. Only 3 trucks on the lead lap, and that's going to change as I believe. Getting reports, the reason Thomas Smalling is so far behind is he has been trying to save fuel, and so is Cody Giles. They may possibly try to run this one out here tonight on fuel mileage. Let's ride on board and see. Nope, they say here they come. They're not. They're just a little short. So they tried to save right off the jump there, coming back to green, and it wasn't going to be enough. So the driver out of Northport, New York will come to pit road. He's got the 7 of Cody Giles right along with him. So both those drivers coming to pit road here. Thad Failer there, he has dropped the jack, and the number 42 is gone. But where is the 22? There he is. He's at the start-finish line right now. And we'll see where this cycles through, because that is going to be the final pit stop of the night here for these drivers. Everybody has enough fuel on board, I do believe, here to go the rest of the way. There's the battle for the race lead. The 42 down to the inside. He's coming out. He's only got 7 seconds on pit road, so it must be a 2-tire stop for the 42 of Thad Failer. Here comes Juan. Juan going to the outside. That Toyota is going to be the race leader with just 9 laps to go. 9 to go here at Kansas for the iRacing League Calculator 135, the Colonial Clash Series here tonight on the Turn 3 Racing Network, which is powered by our friends over at SimRapMarket.com. Make sure to check out SimRapMarket.com and, well, be best dressed at the show. So, With Juan now sitting P number 1, he'll see 8 laps to go, and he has actually started to pull away a little bit from Thad Failer. Looking back off the back bumper camera here of the number 22, that is going to be Thad Failer back there, running the outside lane right now. He is losing ground every time they go into the corner. Battle, though, right here, that's going to be Parkhurst looking to the inside of Musser. Parkhurst does have fresher tires on the BJ's number 23. Yeah, there you see those new tires on the bottom side. They are just able to dig a little bit deeper, and that's what's going to allow that pass to happen. Brandon Metford getting around the number 48. Chris Metford also going to take a spot, so 5th right now for Brandon Metford and 6th for Chris Metford. Thomas Smalling, a night that could have been. Looks like it's going to come up short here tonight. They did put 4 tires on when they came down pit road, and he is fast. He's getting around the number 7 of Cody Giles right now. That's Zachary Kleck back there. Zachary Kleck running back into the 17th spot. He's still 2 laps down with that very shot. Oh, don't scrape the paint off the right side, Zach. I like those rims. It goes great with that silver. That silver all chromed out, number 11. Musser fading here on the long run. There goes the 46. There goes the 83. Very, very slow here for Calvin Musser. It looks like he is down a little bit on the speed. Right on board with the Goose Graphics onboard camera with the 43 of Calvin Musser. The truck doesn't quite sound up to full snuff. It sounds, the last time it came by the flag stand here, it sounded like there was a bunch of plumbers banging on some pipes out there with 4 laps to go. See if that truck holds together. These 2 drivers going at it right now. That's the 23 of Parkhurst. Parkhurst into the outside wall with the BJ's entry. Oh, man, a night that could have been a podium for the number 23 is now going to be back to 5th. See if he can hold on to 5th. So now it'll be a Metford versus Metford battle to see who will finish on the podium here. That's the final podium spot. We can't have both of them finish on the podium in that same position anyway. So whatever one finishes in 3rd. And actually, Thad Failer is starting to fade here. The Metfords are catching Thad Failer, and it's not going to be a contested battle very long. With 3 laps to go, here comes Brandon Metford. Metford works the bottom side of the speedway. He will make the pass. And here comes now Chris Metford. So now both Metfords, as the popsicle sticks are up, 2 to go. 3 more miles of racing here, but 4 seconds up and out of the way. He's off of turn number 2 already. Juan Jimenez up there. Juan and number 22 is your race leader. This time by, he will see the iRacing lead calculator white flag flying here. Tonight, it's the final lap around the Kansas Speedway for these truckers here in the Colonial Clash Series. Off of turn number 2, all is good because there's nobody in front of the number 22 that he will have to battle. Juan just has to get through turn 3 and turn 4. Turn 3, check it off the books. It is good. Turn number 4, it is good. Coming to the line to pick up the win here in round number 3. It's going to be the number 22, Juan Jimenez. He will pick up the win. Brandon Metford is 2nd. Chris Metford is 3rd. Thad Failer will come across the line sitting in the 4th spot. Nathan Estep is 5th. Mark Parkhurst is sitting there into the 6th position. 7th will go to Calvin Musser. Brandon in the 48 will finish in 8th. Thomas Smalling in 9th. Dustin Franklin in the 10th position. Those are, of course, your unofficial results here tonight. As your winning moment here tonight, brought to us by our friends over at Girotech, Machine Solutions and Sport, Michigan's premier distribution of CNC machinery, robotics, and engineered turnkey solutions. There's your race winner. Let's see if he burns them down here tonight, as he's just, well, he's going to climb out for your race, fans. There's your winner. Juan is going to pick up the big W here tonight. We're going to take a quick step away here from Kansas. We'll be back here, though, with your top 3 finishers here tonight in the Colonial Clash Series after the 90 laps here in the iRacing League Calculator. 135 from Kansas.
iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams. Race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12 Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
Welcome back here, race fans, to the Kansas Speedway here tonight with the Colonial Clash Series. It was the iRacing League Calculator, 135 here at Kansas. 90 laps was the distance, 135 miles driving distance, and we have got it all in here tonight, having a couple caution flags early in this one, and well, then it came down to a little bit of strategy. We do have your top 3 here to talk to them tonight about the strategies that their crews and their teams did go with here tonight. Well, let's kick things off with the driver who's going to finish back into P number 3. How about it, Chris? Another strong run here for this number 46. It looked good, but it had to wait till the end to get this truck onto the podium.
Yeah, I ran into some unfortunate luck there at the beginning, getting spun, going to 3. I had about a minute and a half of optional repair. I got it fixed. And then I was trying to play the fuel game after that, because I know I can make it pretty doggone close to the end. But no, Juan had the strategy mapped up the whole race.
You guys, though, you qualified in 4th. You had to go to the back. How hard was it once you knew that you used the quick repair here tonight, and you had to go to the back at the beginning of the race pretty much? How hard was it to know you really had to take care of the 46 the rest of the way?
I mean, it was tough. Only thing that really in my favor is that I could really work that bottom lane. Everybody else is running an outside lane, which is fine. But said everybody's getting, bunched up on the outside lane. That bottom lane was, for me, the way to go. But no, it was, like I said, just trying to stay out of everybody's way, stay out of trouble, look ahead of you, try to figure out what's, who's racing who's side by side, who's 3 wide at some times. Just had to take extra precaution.
And you did that here tonight. You will finish here on the podium. When you take a look at the points, Let me see if I actually have that here. We do. You're still going to be scored into second here. What do you got to do here the next handful of races to possibly leapfrog that number 83? I know it's a pesky number that, when you say 83, it really bothers you. But how hard is it going to be to get around him, and can you do it here in the next couple of races?
I mean, anything's possible, and it's just a matter of luck, it seems like, for us. Brandon's had a couple strong runs this year. He could have had a couple wins. So I got the one early. He got the fallen one. But no, it's a stout group of guys. We missed Troy tonight, part of our Falcon team. I mean, it's gonna be anybody's game. I mean, like I said, we're not here to try to, let me try to phrase this correctly, beat each other in a sense as throw something off. We'll still work together to the end. But once it comes down to the last couple laps, it's pretty much every man for himself, as long as we don't do nothing stupid.
Well, that's the name of the game, is don't do anything stupid, and you find yourself here on the podium. You did that here tonight. Chris, before we let you go, though, who's on the side of the number 46 that you got to thank that makes it all possible here tonight at Kansas?
Racer Riley's one of my main sponsors. My niece had open heart surgery when she was just a baby, and it was at Riley Hospital. So, and actually John Andretti came and seen her. So that's pretty close to me. Zoe's Place, it's based off a family friend who had some trouble. Ellie's Place up in Michigan for Doug. I know Brandon's going to go over this, but there is going to be a charity race for Ellie's Place and Zoe's Place. So if you guys are interested in it, please go hold of Brandon or Doug Wasaki or Tyler Hilton, and they'll be able to shoot you guys the right way.
There you heard it from Chris Metford. A couple good guys over there that he mentioned about some charity races coming on. Make sure to get in contact with some of those guys and get signed up for that tonight. Though the 46, Chris Metford, will finish right there in P number 3. One spot ahead, though. Well, how about it, Brandon? You had a fast truck out there tonight, and that 83 came to the front at the end.
Yeah, Roger, it was a great race. I don't think I had anything for one there. His strategy was great, and he was really strong on that start of that last run, so congrats to him.
You guys played a little bit of different strategy than a couple of these drivers here at the end. Was that all a game plan? Did you know, did the team discuss that? Did you know that's what you guys were going to go with? That was the kind of the strategy you were taking?
Well, we kind of planned on another caution coming out, so we saved a set of tires there for the very end. So didn't know how it would play out. It did go green, so we got to put them new tires on. A lot of guys had already wore them out, so that with about 13 or 14 to go, Chris says, let's get tires now. So we came down and we literally charged to the front with them new tires. It was really close to being the winning strategy.
Yeah, the deficit 2.95 seconds at the end of this one. Were you hoping to see a late race caution here to bunch the group back up?
Yes and no. I think I had something for one. Just better tires in general. So I'm confident I would have had something for him, but he was just so strong. I'm not extremely confident about that, but pretty confident. So yeah, I might have wanted to see that, but it might have brought some other players into the game. So I'm going to take the second place and get out of here.
Well, you're going to get out of here still as the points leader here tonight with the Colonial Clash Series. So, I mean, it's been a good opening couple rounds of the season for this crew before we let you go, though, because that truck's pristine still. So I want to put that back in the hauler before somebody spills something on it. Who makes this all possible back home to keep this 83 on the track and as fast as it is?
Well, first of all, this Colonial group is just incredible. The racing for the last 2 seasons, even the start of this season's been great. So none of this is possible without them and all their sponsors and all the great guys behind the scenes that put on practice races and things like that. So huge shout out to Colonial Clash crew. But then my Falcon teammates, man, you know them pretty well, Troy and Chris and Tyler, Doug, Tom. All those guys have made us a great team. They made us fast everywhere we race. So when we come to the racetrack, I think everybody's looking at Team Falcon, and so that's something to be proud of. I think my family, I take a lot of time I spend a lot of time on the sim, usually when they're going to bed, but, it does take some time away from them when I want to get home and do this. So, and then Zoe's Place, 5-Star Graphics, Spartan Transportation, thank all those guys. And then Again, I'd like to thank everybody that's already signed up for our charity race that Chris mentioned. So September 16th, I put a link in the Discord for all the drivers in here, so I encourage you to sign up. Last year we raised $1,200. My goal was $2,000 to send $1,000 to each place, both Ellie's and Zoe's place. So I think we can get there. Last year we had 25 drivers, had an amazing race that came down to the very end. But most importantly, we're getting money for kids that have had a really rough time and need some help. So that's what Zoe's place and Ellie's place does. So thank you to those two organizations for sponsoring us and giving us something to, turn our sim fun into charity. So I think that's about all I got.
Brandon, before you go, make sure you pick up your phone here in a moment and you text Troy and you tell him that I'm very disappointed that he did not invite me when he's in my own backyard to the racetrack.
Oh, I saw he said he invited you. I think he did not.
He is a liar, liar, liar. Pants is going to be on fire after this one. Hey, Brandon, great race. Congratulations on the second place finish.
Thanks, man.
There you hear it from your second place finish. Chris will finish third here tonight, and Brandon Metford will finish in P number 2. Those are your top 2 runners here tonight. But the question is, who finished first? Well, you had to look 2.9 seconds up the road, and there you see him. He's sitting on the front straightaway here. Juan Jimenez, and Juan, we got to apologize. We butchered that name 10 ways to Sunday. We had to laugh at that before we came back live on the air here. But a great run here for your crew. You're going to pick up the win and the biggest mover of the race.
Yeah, it's always good to be here running Colonial Clash. John G has really made an amazing league. I think I've seen 11, 12, 13 of these races, and I've only seen 20 cautions total or something ridiculous like that. He's done an amazing job at selecting a group of guys that is just really clean, really about racing hard and fair, and it's always fun to do these races.
We talk about it being fun, but how fun is it coming from way back there in 17th spot to pick up this win tonight?
I mean, yeah, just kind of screwed up the qualifying lap and was just looking to recover. Knew we had a fast truck, especially on the long run. We were looking when the early caution came out to see if the fuel strategy was gonna. We were gonna try to 2-stop to the end of the race, and we were gonna try to see if that was gonna work out. But obviously, the caution lap 53 or whatever screwed that up. But thankfully, we had a good plan B, a good backup plan to still have our contention for the race, and was really fortunate that we didn't really make a lot of mistakes hitting the wall. Kansas is always scary with having to run the wall to the run.
Well, you had a great run here tonight, Juan. The red carpet is about to roll out for the first time here this season. So, hey, the red carpet's out. The microphone is yours. Who made it all possible on this 22, the only Toyota in the field tonight?
Well, I got to thank, first and foremost, Brandon and Chris for a fantastic race and podium. They made me have to fight really hard for the race. But, of course, I want to thank my sponsors, the Numthungs gaming community and the Numthungs Racing League. We have an amazing community running 3 different iRacing leagues, ARCA Trucks and Next Gen. And we also have in NASCAR Heat 5 a Wreckfest in our very new F122 league. If more of a casual thing sounds like more of a casual experience, your kind of thing. Derek Welch, the league owner and admin, he's been there for me literally since day one. Since I bought iRacing, the first thing I did was join MTG. So very, very thankful to have them supporting me. Also DEP Graphics, my sponsor and graphic designer. He makes literally every paint scheme I run, and all of them are amazing. I run mostly next gen, but this paint scheme I'm absolutely in love with. So check him out. If you need any paint schemes made for any NASCAR stuff, you got to look like a winner to drive like a winner. And I got to thank all the series sponsors. I saw a little bit on the commercial break. amazing, an awesome broadcast, and got to thank everybody for supporting us and making this possible. And again, got to thank John G for running one of the best leagues that I've ever run.
There you hear it tonight. The 22 will go to Victory Lane. He picks up 17 spots. He'll pick up that, I believe, I did read it correctly here. He will pick up, of course, the most positions gained here tonight, brought to us by Oots Home Renovations Hard Charger Award. So congratulations, Juan. He'll burn it down for you race fans here tonight because he is the driver that picks up the most spots. He's the driver that will go to Victory Lane. He'll get to celebrate this one long into Wednesday night. It's Hump Day, race fans. I guess you guys got to go all to work tomorrow, huh? I'll be headed to the Pocono International Raceway tomorrow night. Or actually tomorrow morning. Tomorrow night I hope to be all set up and having a good time. So if you are headed out to the Pocono International Raceway, race fans, make sure you best is the Turn 3 page or hit up Dave in the Cave or myself, Muth, here in the booth, and we'll make sure to get you some goodies up there at the Pocono International Raceway. But man, what a race it was here for the Colonial Clash Series. They went 135 miles here tonight for the iRacing League Calculator 135 here at Kansas. It was a heck of a race, and I got to say thank you to all the drivers, the race fans, and the whole admin crew behind the scenes here tonight, letting me fill in for Dave in the Cave. He is on the road right now. He's in northern North Carolina right now, headed to Pennsylvania here to our studios. So, Dave, we hope you have a safe travel, and to all the race fans that are out there, we hope you enjoyed tonight's race here from the Kansas Speedway. Until we catch you all next time, race fans, everybody stay safe, and we will see you in Turn 3.